Today I wanted to show you my elf band. I'm not completely done. I only got 2 of the characters done. I still have 2 more that I've been building. So I got the drummer and 1 of the guitarists done. And right now, I know it's after Christmas, but I'm still in Christmas mode. I wanted to get at least this done before I started on my Halloween projects. So here's the 2 that I finished and wanted to show you. This is what we decided to call the band, the Mistletones. And my sister, I guess, came up with that name. And there's the drummer, all complete, as you could see, with the drums. And when I bought this drum set, I only paid like $3 for it at a thrift store, and it did not have the cymbal. So I tried looking around for a cymbal, going to a couple guitar centers and stuff like that, and they were charging a fortune for them. So then I went back to the thrift store, I was looking around, and I found a pot lid. So what I did is I trimmed it up, cut the edges off, and drilled a hole in it and made it look like a cymbal. So you could see. Now, you've seen in my first video how I had him built, and so I finished him off, got clothes on him, and now I also have a guitarist. And here's the guitarist, and there's the guitar. Now, he's got head movement, and his arm also moves too. And I will show you how I built him in a minute. And there's his legs. Now, these are actual doll heads, and what I did was I added beards to them. And I'll show you what the doll heads look like when before I do it. Before I add the beards and the hair. And you could see. And it didn't really cost too much to build these. But I get the clothes from the thrift store. And the guitars, I actually got them from Walmart. They were on clearance, so I grabbed them. There's one of them. You could see. And this one's complete, and that microphone actually came with the guitar. I actually have 2 microphones because I got 2 guitars. You could see. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I actually built them. And this is how it turned out, how it was built. I got the pants down to show how the motor is and all that. Now, this is the doll head. I cut the hair off, and it's made out of a plastic pipe, as you could see. This motor, I don't know, I found it on a display at work, so I had several of them, so I grabbed them. And that is what actually makes the head move back and forth. You see it's got a rod and it goes to the head. And you could see. Then I have what was a cell phone charger. I have the same one in both of them. And that runs the motor. I actually have 2 motors that run this. One for the head movement, which is this, and then I have another motor, which is a geared motor inside the guitar, which is right there. You can see there's like a little pulley on it so it doesn't wear the arm down when it's turning. And you can see it. It's just a little geared motor that I put inside here. There's a guitar, and what it does, when it turns, it moves the arm back and forth like it's strumming the guitar. And the arm is just made out of a plastic pipe, which is right here, and then I have eye bolts for it to swivel, and then this is just a dowel hand that I used. I just cut it off the dowel. By the way, I'm getting dowels for like $10 a piece from a deal store. And there's the other arm, which is I had to cut and hot glue to make sure that to shape it to which way I wanted it to hold the guitar, as you can see. And I got the legs. These, it's just pipe for the pipes to keep it, keep them warm so they don't freeze. And I got the pants on it already because once you put it together, you really don't want to take it back apart in order to put the pants on. As you can see it. Okay, and I also have this right here, which is playing the keyboards, which it's going to be a girl. By the way, that's the same head as that one, but it was just a different color hair, and I did just cut the hair off. And the keyboard's going to be a girl playing it. You can see I got boots, and I got the keyboard. I got the keyboard for like $2 at the thrift store. Same hands and arms, but the motor is a little different. It's another geared motor that I don't have no idea where I got it from, but I've had it sitting around, so I grabbed it and used it. And what it does is the motor hits, when the motor is turning, it hits these bolts and moves the arms up and down, and the head actually moves too. I have it hooked up to the head too, so you could see, here's the arm, I got a bolt, and then I got a rod going from the bolt to the head to move the head up and down. Now I think when I hooked it up, I actually have it going too quick. I might have to put a smaller transformer on it, but I'm not totally sure yet I'm going to do that. And same setup, it's got this plastic pipe and fittings. So it's on a keyboard. The hands don't actually hit the keyboard, so you can see it's barely, about a quarter of an inch off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on and show you how each one of them go. We'll start off with the drummer. Here we go. Now they are all actually going right now. They are a little loud, but they will be encased, so you won't really hear them. You'll just hear the music. You can see. Now here's the guitarist. See how he's moving his hands, moving his head back and forth. By the way, I got the boots from the thrift store too. Now here, the guitar isn't hooked up, so it's not running, but it's just showing how the head actually moves. You can see. Then these two wires are for the guitar, and I hook up the guitar. As you can see, they're moving back and forth and moving the hand. Okay, now here, this is what it does. I don't know, it might be moving a little too fast, I'm not totally sure. I might have to slow it down a little bit, but You can see what it's doing. And it's moving the head. It's not moving the arms a lot, but just enough. So this is what they all look like together. And I will also be building a few dancing elves too to go along with this. And that'll be eventually in future projects, but I need to finish these so I could start on a few Halloween projects I've been wanting to work on. So that's it. Let me know what you think. And I would like to hear some comments. Any ideas? Thanks a lot.